Safaricom. M-Pesa. M-Pesa 1, M-Pesa 2, M-Pesa 3, M-Pesa 4. All right? What are the strange differences between Kenya and Nigeria? We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But then, I want to ask you a particular question. What do you think about the question I've just asked? What are the strange differences? If you've been to Nigeria before, you've been to Kenya before, this question is for you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Regina. If this is your first time of coming to my YouTube channel, please feel welcome. It's been a long time. And for you that's watching me at this point, my loyal subscribers, thank you so much for always coming to watch my videos. I'm super grateful. I'm so excited that you are in this particular family of ours. Okay, number one, if you have been to Kenya before, you will notice one thing. One particular thing about them is that they love people. Okay, they love people, and it's a very serious hustling nation. The hustle is real. So one of the things you will see that I find, this is personal experience, I find it very strange, is looking at a man on the street, and what is he doing? He's roasting corn. Yes, you see this man by the roadside roasting corn, and people will come by and stand there and eat. And sometimes he would divide this corn into 3, 4, 5, and then you'll be buying like 10 shillings, 20 shillings. Okay, it's a serious hustling nation. That is not so in Nigeria. If you are going to Nigeria for the first time, you will never see a man roasting corn by the roadside. I mean, this is meant for women. Why would a man do that? God forbid, a whole man standing. And you know, the interesting part is that if you check closely, most of these men by the roadside, they are graduates. You know, you have to let go your pride to enable you hustle for your money. They believe in this particular saying, there's dignity in labor. Okay, they go for it. Pride will not put food on your table, bro. All right, so if you're a graduate, you need to learn this from a Kenyan. Okay, the last time I went to Nigeria, I saw some people who have just graduated, and all they want is this big manna from heaven to just fall back on them, to just fall from heaven, and you know, they'll start eating. That's not so good. Okay, so you learn that. That was very strange to me. See, finding a man roasting corn in Nigeria, it is the women. Of course, not just any woman. It must be that person who's struggling so hard, you know, to put food on our table. Maybe a widow trying to make ends meet to, you know, to feed the family. You don't just see all these big girls on the road, you know, roasting corn. And at the same time, you could see a woman here doing makanga. I don't know if makanga is, how do we call it in Nigeria? Is it a conductor? Yes. All right. So that is specifically for men in Nigeria, but a woman is doing it here. Most women are doing it. Makanga, beba, tao. That is strange to me. I find it very strange. This is for men. So why would a woman be doing that? And if you check closely, these are married women or single ladies. Okay, single women, single mothers. All right, and they will go the mile to make sure that they put food on the table for the children. They do this thing wholeheartedly, and at the end they will have something to eat. All right, so those are the things that I have found so strange here in Kenya. In Nigeria, we have people who are working with the government, the top officials. When you see them driving those big cars, you'll be thinking it's their salary. Oh my goodness, it is not so here. Nigerians believe in 7, 10 streams of income. Explain why they can spend. You know, in Nigeria, there's this thing we call, she spent fire We spend fire. We spend money. You depend on their salary. You will see somebody in government somewhere has a vehicle that is running a transportation business, doing all sorts of things to make sure that it doesn't depend on that salary. Okay, so here in Kenya, if not for COVID-19, most people, I stand to be corrected, most people were depending on salary, and so they are so glued to this salary that they don't even see that they can actually make more than that salary. So most people will spend 15 years in a place of work without having anything to show for it. And that's exactly what I found so strange here in Kenya. But as God will have it, in 2020 that mentality changed, because many people lost their jobs, and you know what, they started going into different kinds of trade. They started learning one thing or the other that will bring them income that will help their families. Okay, so guys, if you've watched this video to this point, what do you think about it? Am I saying the truth or am I not? This is my personal experience. You don't argue with someone who has experienced something. So in Nigeria, precisely, we believe in marriage. If a woman stays up 22, 23, 24, 30, no marriage, you will see her looking like a widow. Even as a graduate, she will never find peace. She will be looking as if the whole world has come to an end. Even with all the things that God will bless her with, she will never look at herself like someone who deserves to live. But in Kenya, it is not so. You see women, they live their life to the fullest, whether they are married or not. They don't believe it. You see this thing called marriage, let me tell you, you can live your life. Yeah, you can live your life to the fullest, whether you are married or not. Remember, marriage is not your thing. It is God's thing. God instituted it. And if you believe so much in God, you should know that His timing isn't yours. And when the time is right, He will make it happen, okay? In Kenya here, they don't give a damn shit. if the man comes, fine. If he doesn't come, fine. They move on. They go they do their business. They prosper. You see young ladies driving big cars. They work for their money, and they, you know what I'm saying, okay? And also, women here are so powerful in that same spirit. I want to talk about women, the single mothers. They take it upon themselves to train their children. In Kenya here, being a single mother is like a title here. I'm a single mother, and they're so proud about it. I'm a single mother of 3. I'm a single mother of 5. I'm a single mother of 2. They say it wholeheartedly. And, they will not be tagged. There's no stigmatization. You. But in Nigeria, my dear, say you, understand, maybe you got married and your husband say he's no longer interested. Especially the women of 2000s and all that, going backward. Our grandparents, our mothers, okay, they were so into this marriage thing. And so when a husband says, I'm no longer interested, you start crying and all that. It's not so here. If the marriage finish, it is finished. If it can't work, in Nigeria we'll make it work. We struggle to make it work. But here we don't struggle. If you're not okay with the marriage, you just go our separate ways. I will still remain friends. Imagine. You will still remain friends. But in Nigeria, it is not so. Women here are very powerful, okay? Honestly speaking, some of them are so powerful. They don't care, sincerely. Some women are not, they don't really care. That is my personal experience. What I've found in this country, some women don't care about their husbands. Yes, but in Nigeria, a woman will practically go empty stomach, fasting, praying for her husband to be elevated, for good things to happen to her husband, for blessings upon blessings. They will do all sorts of things to support their husband. Mark my word, I said some. That doesn't mean there are no good women here in Kenya. There are, but especially this Indomie generation, They don't care so much about their husbands, okay? But if you go to the countryside, you see real love. The Wamamas, the Kakas and all that, Dada and Babas, they are still there. They've been married for about 50 years and they are still counting, okay? So that is the differences that I have seen that is so strange to me. And I've also seen something that is very, very strange, okay? Like young ladies getting married to somebody who is older than them times 10, 20, especially the Wazungus. Young ladies in this country, they go after the Muzungus, those tourists. That is very strange in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, you see a small girl, especially the day I went to the airport, I saw one tiny girl, moving with a Muzungu, Muzungu, the white, Oyibo, as it is called in Nigeria, walking. And, she was so proud. And this was somebody with, gray hair everywhere. For goodness sake. So they go for men, sincerely. A woman can walk up to a man and say, you know what, I love you. Not so in Nigeria. And I find that very strange, seriously. One girl told me, Regina, don't you have a brother? Tell your brother that I love you. So, if I tell you that in Nigeria, you'll be like, for real? I'm shy, even when you love somebody. But that is not the root anyways, I must say. Because if you look at the Bible very well, God said, and I quote, he who finds a wife found good thing. All right? It means it is the responsibility of a man to search for a woman. That's what I found in the Bible. You have to search before you find. And when you find, okay, you obtain favor from the Lord. So marriage is totally God's idea. It is not in your place to start scouting for a man. For what? You need to be scouted for, okay? So that's what I found strange. And young ladies of like 18, you see them going after 70 years old man. Ogene kwano. Huh? Iyan mbaya kwano. Sindio. Okay, guys, if you've ever been to Nigeria, there's something very strange that you will find. When you get to the airport, especially the local airport, the one that takes people from Lagos to Abuja to, and all those places, you will see that the trolley, you don't just carry it. You have to pay for it. I find that very strange, even as a Nigerian, okay? So that is one strange thing you need to get in your mind when you get to Nigeria. You need to prepare your money, you have to pay for it. But here in Kenya, it is not so. All these things are free. If you are traveling from Nairobi to Mombasa to Kisumu Dala, hey, Kisumu Kwenu, to Kisumu Dala, you just go, you pick your thing and go. It's free. It's free here in Kenya. Now, Jack, what's up now? What's up? What's happening to us? Why are we paying for these things? I found it very strange the last time I went. Traveling from Abuja to my state, it was so strange. You understand? And it wasn't so funny. I told my husband, what's happening here? This is something that's supposed to be free, but we were asked to pay. All right. So that aside, Nigerians are so loud. We are, free. We are. We vibrate. How far now? What's up? We greet. We greet people anyhow. We want to greet your next generation, okay? Hello. How are you, Mom? Good afternoon, sir. With all the respect in this world, you could prostrate, you could stand, you could, good morning, sir. Good morning, Mom. Good morning. Everyone is daddy. Especially those ones who are older than your daddy. It's your daddy too, okay? But my dear, as a Nigerian, when I came in here, I found it very strange that you greet somebody and they just walk past you, okay? If you are Igwe in your place in Nigeria, don't bring it here. Nobody will recognize you, okay? Here we have a lifestyle. We walk past you, hi, what's up? Hi. We do it like that. We don't greet so much. We are looking for money, brother. and Nataka Pesa. So we don't have time to start looking at people. Nini Mbaya greeting. You're wasting my time. Maybe they end that job. I've got bills to pay, bro. Shinivo. Right? That's what it is. And then when you get to Kisumu, Dala, there are some places you go in Kisumu, Dala, they will give you this corn. Corn. Naja corn. Very strong. I found that very strong. In fact, when I came, I was like, what is this? The woman that was giving us that corn, it was bread. And so me, I look at it, bread. It's not even, there's no sugar in it. Nothing. So she called it local bread. And I started chewing it like that. Regina, you have suffered. You have seen it all. So there is this particular food called ugali. And so in Kisumu, that is the major food. Kisumu, they can literally eat this thing morning, afternoon, and night. All those areas, Oyaro, Kisumu, Kisii, Karoka, all those areas, all right? They eat this thing like 3 times in a day. And so with chicken, okay, there's a way, what we call soup here, there in Nigeria, is not soup here. So I found that very strange. When they brought it, and I was like, where is the soup? What I saw was spinach and kales mixed together. They fried and they brought it. It was a strange food. I've never tasted that. So that was it. And the only thing I could eat was ugali. I mean, that's corn. I chew it. Then when I saw fish, of course, in my area, we eat fish now. So I hammered it in very well. I cut this small one, then I summer it. So I ate it with fish and all that. So in Nigeria, when you go there, what you call soup here in Kenya is different. So we mix our stuff together, okay? Everything, ingredients. And so when you eat our food, you know, it will be strange to you because that is not the kind of thing you are used to, okay? And one of the cultures here, there's a place you go, I don't want to call the name, all right? They drink blood from the animal. So I look at that very strange. I don't want to call the name, like I said. They drink the blood from the animal and they are so satisfied. They are so good with it. But back home, from the animal, we eat the skin, which is also very strange to Kenyans. Eating the skin of an animal. That's not what they do. So these are the strange things you will find that I'm trying to expose you so that when you get there, there's a way they process the skin. We call it pomo. Hey, pomo. You sell it, we eat it. So that is what it is. And then, this is so hilarious. One of the strange things I also found was hunting for animals, okay? If you trace the history of Africans, some of our great-grandparents, they were into all these things. They will hunt, bring the animals, and they will share for their children and all that. But generally, Nigerians don't restrict people from hunting animals anyhow, okay? Some people are even going into it as a source of income, way of making money. If you get about 2 or 3, as we call it in Nigeria, bushmeat, you don't hammer now. You've gotten something to eat for that day, okay? The other day I was having a conversation with one of the Muzungus, and he mentioned that his grandfather used to hunt. If you see a squirrel, he would just, guns were not meant for humans. He's tracing history because he's an old man, okay? So now I began to wonder, so they also hunt in Muzungu land. So then in Nigeria, we hunt. People hunt for a living, okay? You kill whatever God has brought your way. You kill and eat. But here, I found it very strange, which is also amazing. On the other hand, you don't just see an animal and, if you are caught, hey, Utashanga. If you are caught, I repeat, you will be surprised at what the government will do to you. Inanu, do you understand me? If you dare kill an animal in this country, you will be caught and you will say bye-bye to your generation, okay? So don't do that here. It was very strange when I came in. I saw giraffe everywhere, Not just everywhere, there's a specific park that's organized with these things. The animals are being taken care of, like the elephants, okay? These guys are eating where? They are eating where they're being fed. You go there, while we eat ours, they use it to generate income and to develop the country, okay? So those are the things I found very strange, okay? It was amazing. The day I went to the orphanage and I saw the way the lions were being fed. It was amazing. Seriously. I saw baboons, I saw all sorts of animals. And it is one country that has national park in the middle of the city. For those of you who are conversant with the country, if you are going through Mombasa Road or thereabouts, you pass through that area, I don't know how to call it. You go see the the national park. If you come out in the morning, you see giraffe everywhere. My goodness, so amazing. All right, so those are the strange things I found in Kenya. And also, you don't carry somebody's baby. In Nigeria, if the day I put to bed my baby girl, hey, my dear, I put to bed like today being Sunday. It was on a Sunday. Then the next Sunday, I went to church to praise my God for saving my life, because it wasn't an easy thing. So I went to praise God, and before I knew it, the baby was taken from me. Before I could see my baby, ladies and gentlemen, it was when the church, when we were about leaving. So everyone wanted to carry the baby. Of course, she was so beautiful, okay? God gave me a beautiful baby. I don't deserve it, okay? So I give glory to God. And then, my dear brothers and sisters, so I also tried to do that here, and it wasn't so funny. The woman looked at me and said, "This is not your baby. I love kids though. Hi, my baby." And she was like, "Whose baby is that?" "That's my baby. Give me my baby." And she collected the baby and left. So guys, if you are coming into Kenya, don't call anybody you see my baby. Now you help and carry on. No be your pikin, oh, behave. All right, guys, unless you are very close to the person. And one thing I also look at very strange here is the fact that some of the old people are not being taken care of by their children. Yes, I saw a lot of old women and men who are still working, who are still struggling to make ends meet. That is not so in Nigeria. Once you get to a particular age, your children will have to take care of you. So I found that very strange here. You see somebody with gray hair, they can't even walk yet. They have to be looking for, oh my goodness, their legs are even tired. Oh my goodness. Please, if you are watching me at this point and you have an old mommy, old daddy, try and take care of them while they are still breathing. Please, I beg you. It's my honest view. Please, take care of your parents. No matter how hard it is, try. Because it's not easy to carry pregnancy. I have been there, okay? Now, in addition to that, guys, if you have watched this video to this point, make sure you do me a favor now. It's not easy. Try and subscribe, share this video, please. I also find this very strange that guys move from one place to another. You don't stay in a place for three months. 3 months. Here in Kenya, you can pay house rent monthly. You don't do that in Nigeria now. What did they worry you? Who they pursue you? Who is rushing you? You pay a year. So if you are in Kenya, you are a Kenyan, and you are moving to Nigeria, prepare your dough, okay? Yearly, flat. You don't do that kind of business. not monthly. Here is monthly. If you are not okay with this environment, you move. Okay, you move down there. Period. You move. And so I have tried, guys. So if you have watched my video to this point, you will notice something, that there is this particular thing that interests me. Many people don't really have, they don't get to see cash here. Cashless society. My coffee is sana for Kenyans. Hey, my coffee is sana. Hey, if you come here, everything is M-Pesa. M-Pesa 1, M-Pesa 2, M-Pesa 3, M-Pesa 4. All right? You don't carry money around. I found that very strange, honestly. Seriously, because back home, of course, you have to prove a point. You don't say, I need to see that cash, now. I need to count on. What's it? You promised me money. Then I need it. Give me cash, dollar. I like it. It's okay. So it's a cashless society. It's a cashless country. You go to supermarket, M-Pesa. And M-Pesa, I don't need to stress on this. They are so efficient. I'm telling you, I bought something online in was it last year? Yes. I bought something online and the guy, made away with my money. And then something happened to us. We sent money to somebody and the person blocked the line. So we had to call Safaricom. Safaricom followed it up, step by step. And the 10,000 Kenyan shillings was sent back to my phone. Clap for Safaricom. They're not paying me to do this, but I'm telling you, these guys are doing a great job. Guys, you guys are trying. My coffee sana. Kudos to you guys. So if you send money to a wrong account, call Safaricom. Just dial 100. They will get back to you. Safaricom will fight for your right. These guys are doing well. This is what I found so interesting in Kenya. Okay, I don't know if that is happening in my country. It's been a long time though, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So guys, if you've watched it to this point, what are the things that you've experienced that is so strange and you want to share? Please put it down on the comment section. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys for all the support you are showing me. I'm eternally grateful. At this point, Regina, I want to say bye to you. May the good Lord take care of you. Milele na milele. Bye for now.